Okay, so first I'm going to show what I read in March and what I'm currently reading, and then I will go into my board game chooses my books for April. So the books I read in no particular order in March are The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by Axio. I really liked this one. I gave this one 4 stars. I really liked the Korean legend and all the characters and all of that in this, so yeah, 4 stars. Next, I read Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. This is the first book in the Last Hours trilogy. I buddy read it with my friend Emily. I gave this one 4.5 stars, and I really liked this book. It was confusing because it introduced a lot of new characters and I had to figure out who they were, but I am excited to continue the trilogy. Next one, I read Legend by Marie Lu. This I read as part of the Reading One of My Friend's Favorite Books series, which isn't out yet because I have like 10 more books to read, but I really liked this one. It was very fast-paced and I liked that it was dual POV, so I'm very excited to continue the series, and I gave this one 4 stars. Next, I read Ruby Revenge by Kay Riley. This book I got from a romance conference, and so I rated this one 3 stars. I enjoyed most of it, but some parts during like the middle chunk of it where the main character was held captive were a little boring and a little repetitive, but 3 stars. Next, I read Powerless. This was a buddy read with Katie and Emily by Elsie Silver. I really enjoy the Chestnut Spring series. This one was a Friends to Lovers series, and it follows Jasper, and I don't know what the girl's name is. Sloan. That's right. But I gave this one 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed this and cannot wait to finish the Chestnut Spring series. I have 2 more books after this one. And then last but not least, I don't have a picture of it because I unhauled it because I rated it 2 stars. It wasn't my cup of tea. But that was If He Had Been With Me. I don't remember the author, but I'll put a picture of it on the screen. I finished it, but I didn't really connect with any of the characters. I didn't really engage in what was being discussed, so it wasn't for me. So the first book I'm currently buddy reading with Emily is Pestilence. It is a quartet. I think it's 4 books, but it's the 4 Horsemen series by Laura Delassa. I'm butchering that so bad, but it's this. I'm currently only 6 chapters into it on page 32, but these chapters are flying by so fast, so hopefully I can at least plan to get to page 100 today. But yeah, I'm really liking it so far. I don't know if the 4 Horsemen are like based off, like if this book is based off of like an urban legend or anything about the 4 Horsemen, but I don't know. It's getting me intrigued to Google and find out. The other book I'm currently reading is Borrow My Heart by Casey West. And this you will see all of my thoughts in my stopping the vlog when I hit a 5-star read. It is still ongoing. I have not hit a 5-star read yet, but who knows? This one could be a 5-star read. Now we will move on to my April reads and what my board game chooses for me. Been longing for days. My first roll, I am picking Wolf Gone Wild. It's from the Stay a Spell series by Juliet Cross. and it's roughly 400 pages, so that's not bad. First book. Okay, my next rule was about social media, which you've seen, but I don't think I have any books that deal really with like specific like a social media. Sorry, I'm looking on my shelf. So I might just go with one of my current reads, Borrow My Heart by Casey West, because the male main character is getting catfished by an online crush, so that's internet. So I'm just gonna go with that, and I might change it somehow to like about the internet or something, or anything to do with like the internet. I don't know. So this one will go on it.
Been longing for days.
Okay, this one was hard because I have I barely have any authors that are KB, but I found one. So I have the Titanium Trilogy, which is this is the first book, called Yield by Kirsty Bright. KB. And this one I've been wanting to read because it says on the bottom, it says for fans of the Hunger Games and Twilight. This one. This one sounds really good. It even has a Spotify playlist. Oh, that's neat. Oh, I like that. But it is roughly, oh, it's under 400 pages. Okay, I like it. I'm gonna Borrow My Heart one is roughly, I think, like under 300 pages. Is that accurate? Yes, it is. It's under 300 pages. It's at like 260 something pages, so that's awesome. For the number generator, I have a stack of different books that I want to read semi-soonish. So I'm not going to be mad at any of the ones that get picked or don't get picked. So I have Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. I have Hate by Tate James. I have Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. Say You Swear by Megan Brandy. And last but not least, Mind Reader by David J. Leberman. So I'm gonna go from Mind Reader to Magnolia Parks.
For days, but things don't go my way.
Okay, so the number generators picked 2, so that is going to be Hate by Tate James. I have chosen The Whispering Dark by Kelly Andrew for the protagonist with a disability because the main character is deaf And yeah. I absolutely love the cover because the little flower petals have skulls on them, and I think that's really neat. But I tried reading that. Oh, and it's blurbed by Cassandra Clare. Awesome. I tried reading this I think last year sometime, but DNF'd it because it was really boring. So hopefully I get through it this time. Okay, so going from most recent pick to the latest pick, I picked The Whispering Dark for... No, that's gonna be too hard to remember. I picked The Whispering Dark by Kelly Andrew. I picked Hate by Tate James. I picked Yield by Kirsty Bright. I picked Borrow My Heart by Casey West. And I picked Wolf Gone Wild by Juliet Cross. Hopefully I can finally like stick to the TBR and read all of them. If not, no biggie. Like, I'll read other books that I want to read. But my goal, hopefully this month, is to read at least the majority of my TBR that I picked. So, we'll see in May if I read them.